Welcome to Awesome Video Game Memories, where we talk about awesome memories about video games. I'm Ryan, and the game we're going to talk about today is Dragon Quest X Version 2, The Sleeping Hero and the Guided Allies, which is the first expansion to Dragon Quest X. So after Dragon Quest X came out in 2012, and after you complete it, we get a bit of a cliffhanger saying we need to go to Lendasia and find the sleeping princess. Now, version 2 of Dragon Quest X is where we do find the sleeping princess and finally go to Lendasia. And just like any normal MMO expansion, there are additional quests, additional classes, and additional level caps. And this time version 2 and the rest of the expansions introduce a more straightforward narrative storyline, just like a mainline Dragon Quest game, rather than the open world that we got in Rise of the Five Tribes. So the expansions for Dragon Quest X are actually split into parts. Like for example, when this game first came out, we got version 2.0, which is the first chapter. Then after that we got version 2.1, which is the next chapter. Then after that version 2.2, 2.3, and 2.4. And fans actually have to wait months in between these chapter releases. And every time you beat one of these chapters, you get an ending epilogue sequence, and then you go on to the next chapter. Well, but now, since version 2 was done a very long time ago, everybody can actually access all the parts right away. Or if you're playing on the trial, you can go up to 2.3 at most. And just like the previous episode, we will be going into spoiler territory, so if you don't want spoilers, that's cool, but I guarantee you will want to see this episode. So we start off 2.0 by going to the port town of Lendor, and our goal is to set sail for the center continent of Lendasia, which is still covered by the dark clouds by the evil demon lord Nelgel, even though we defeated him in the previous episode. And in order to sail to Lendasia, we have to make a special compass for the ship, and we meet this new cowboy character named Claus. Well, you can also pronounce it Crows too, but I think Claus makes a lot more sense once you figure out who and what he is. Atta partner, you Dragon Quest cowboy? That's right. So once we make the compass, we board the Grand Titus and sail to Lendasia. But aboard the Grand Titus, this monster tries to steal the compass. Whoa, dude, I think you need to go to the dentist or something. But thanks to Claus, we're able to get it back. Thanks, partner. And after a bit of turbulence thanks to the dark clouds, the compass guides us safely to Lendasia and we get off at Kokorata Beach. So our goal is to get to the kingdom of Grand Zadora, but we're stopped at the Sandmon Gate because Princess Anlucia from Grand Zadora Castle orders it closed unless we can get the 3 butterflies. So our first goal in Lendasia is to find the 3 butterflies. Butterfly in the sky. And here at the Sandmon Gate, you're introduced to the new weekly subjugation quest, where you actually kill monsters once a week, so you can get 130 to 140,000 experience points every time you turn them in. So the first town we go to is the town of Mel Sandy, and we see that the village got attacked not too long ago. So we meet this little boy named Laska, and then we meet this girl named Mishua, who apparently lost her memories and is staying at the village. Something about this girl, very familiar. I mean, she might actually be on the cover of the game or something. So we talk about the great hero Zancrone, who once defended the village but is missing in action. And Zancrone is so awesome that they made a statue in his honor. So basically Zancrone is Mel Sandy's Batman. So the mayor of Mel Sandy asks us to help him by stopping these crazy rabbits who actually put a poor jellyfish into gears. What are you guys doing? It's a poor little jellyfish, you crazy rabbits! And the keeper of the mill, Kope, was actually injured trying to fend off these rabbits, so once we beat the rabbits, we go back to Mel Sandy and talk to the mayor again. So once we go back to Mel Sandy, Kope returns the mayor's great jewel, but then after that, this monster hand kidnaps Mishua! You know, like the monster hands from Zelda? So after Mishua gets kidnapped, Laska goes out to rescue her and we go to the underground waterway. So once we hit the underground waterway, we fight the Nightmare Hands to save Mishua, but it's not quite dead yet, and then we see the awesome hero Zancrone come to save the day, and he's a midget. Yes, Zancrone is a midget. Like, very small. He's like smaller than, Ten-kun here. Dragon Quest X here. He's actually a lot smaller than this guy. Also made by my awesome friend Lancer Force. Alright, so now that Mishua and Laska are safe, we go back to Mel Sandy, and even though Zancrone is still a bit small, we get the first butterfly. So our quest for the next butterfly brings us to the town of Zeldrad, which is a really nice and huge town for a Dragon Quest game. But there's one problem though. Where are all the adults? So apparently the town of Zeldrad is run by children. Yes, children. Wait a minute, I got a feeling this is gonna be Dragon Quest X's version of Children of the Corn. Ah yes, Children of the Corn, the classic Stephen King story where all the kids got rid of the adults because they worship some kind of evil spirit. And the town of Celeste is run by this little girl named Lizzie Loda. And in order for us to have an audience with Lizzie Loda, we have to get a dragon's tail, which is located outside of town. So once we get the dragon's tail, Lizzie Loda tells us that all the adults disappeared after they found a forbidden book, and then they summoned this familiar named Mushino. Yeah, I don't trust this Shakespearean creature bastard. And her wish was granted to make all of the adults disappear. So Lizzie Loda goes to the nearby Rinja Tower to get some amber jewels to make an even more powerful wish, and this is the tower that I mentioned in last episode where a nice Japanese player revived me after I died. And Lizzie Loda's new powerful wish is to create a new kingdom where children can live happily every single day for the rest of their lives! I don't wanna grow up, I'm a Dragon Quest kid. But her friend Firo tries to prevent her from making this wish, but she refuses. So we go back to Celeste, and Lizzie Loda uses the Amber Jewels to summon the demon Majin Anraja, who actually kinda looks like what I think is Toriyama's version of the genie from Aladdin. At least he's not as scary as He Who Walks the Rose from Children of the Corn. I'll make your parents disappear so I can set you free, because you never had a friend like me. But however, Lizzie Loda reveals that she actually wants to make a wish to restore all the adults. But Muchino actually reveals that he used Lizzie Loda to summon Enraja so he can take over the town, so we got no choice but to defeat these Shakespearean and Disney rejects. So after we defeat them, we go to the nearby Dharma Shrine, which in normal Dragon Quest games is where we change our classes and upgrade our skills. But sadly, they notice the adults aren't back, and Lizzie Loda declares that she's going to work hard to make sure that everyone in town lives in peace. And after that, we get the second butterfly. So our quest for the next butterfly brings us to the desert town of Alagahiro. And we learn that most of the citizens of the town lost their memories in the last war, and King Belmod invites us to go to the monster arena and watch some monster battles. So just as one of the monsters is about to die in the arena, a girl named Seraphi tries to stop the battle and accuses them, saying that trying to kill a non-resisting monster is a cowardly act. So Seraphi convinces us to go to a gravesite to find a panther with matching bangles like she has, in hopes that she can also restore her memory. So we go to the Jyla dense forest and find the panther with the scar on its face and the matching bangle. And Seraphi names it Kome. And she's able to communicate with it, and I get the feeling there's more than meets the eye to Kome. So we go back to Alagahiro, and Seraphi plans to free all the captive monsters from the arena. And so after she frees all the monsters, she tells King Belmod that it's over, but King Belmod transforms into his true form and fights us. After we defeat King Belmod, it's revealed that he wasn't really a bad person due to his contributions to the war. And then he dies. So we go back to the gravesite and get a special bracelet from Seraphi and Kome, which reveals itself to be the last butterfly. It's actually revealed that Seraphi used to be a hill slime in her previous life, so I have the feeling that Kome might have been a human in his previous life, but we'll see. Then Seraphi and Kome go on a journey on their own. And also, this is where the pyramid is if you want to fight some monsters to get a special ink and some brooches. So now that we have all three butterflies, we go back to the Sanmon Gate, but they're not letting us through for some reason. But however, one of the guards actually recognizes Mishua and lets us through the gate. Is it because Mishua looks kind of familiar, like someone on a certain cover of something? I couldn't even place my hand on it. So we arrive at Grand Zedora Kingdom, which looks like the Dragon Quest version of Disneyland! Oh boy, I can't wait to go on Splash Mountain! Oh wait, they don't have Splash Mountain here, I'm dumb. And we see the statue of the great hero Alvin! Alvin! From a very, very long time ago. And then after that we see Princess Anlucia sitting on the throne. Wait a minute. Princess Anlucia looks so much like Mishua. I mean, I'm seeing double! 4 Mishuas! So Princess Anlucia thanks us for clearing the demons at Mel Sandy and tells us and Mishua to accompany her to the Zedra Cave. So inside the Zedra Cave, Mishua is about to get eaten by a dragon! Oh no, don't eat Mishua! But then Mishua unleashes some kind of unknown power and escapes from the dragon. And after seeing this, Anlucia actually brings Mishua back to the castle where nobody can see her and concludes that Mishua is her other half and then needs her power to become whole. Uh-oh. So we're told by Old Dime, one of the castle servants, that there is a secret passageway to get into Grand Zedora Castle in order to find the room that Mishua is in, and so we take that route through the Sea Breeze Cave. And so once we get into Mishua's room, Claus takes out the 3 butterflies, and then we go inside Mishua's memories and see her past. So inside this dream world, we actually have to fight the Colossus of Despair, who looks like the great hero Alvin. Alvin! And now we finally see the truth behind Mishua's memories. So not too long ago, the kingdom of Granzadora was attacked by the evil demon lord Zeldrad. And we see Anlucia as a little girl growing up with her brother Thomas, or Toma, but I think the developers wanted to name him Thomas, so we're just gonna go with Thomas. So once Thomas and Anlucia are all grown up, they're fighting as knights for Granzadora Castle against the evil demon lord Zeldrad. So during the attack, Thomas sacrifices his life to protect Anlucia, and then the sadness of losing her brother envelops her in this white light, causes her to lose her memories, and then she ends up in Mel Sandy and she wakes up as Mishua. Plot twist! And since we got the three butterflies, the hooded man in the dream reveals himself to be the spirit of Thomas. And in another really emotional Dragon Quest moment, man, Thomas is glad that he's able to protect his sister, and she reawakens as the true brave princess Anlucia. Whoa. Oh my god, this is like some kind of light show from Disneyland, man.
I am brave Princess Anlucia, born from the kingdom of Granzadora. I mourn the passing of my brother, and I sealed myself away with my own power. But now I will no longer hesitate! Ryan, thank you for awakening me to the truth.
Yeah, you got it, princess.
And now, let us continue on with the review.
And out of all the moments in Dragon Quest X, this is hands down my personal favorite moment, pretty much equaling or even surpassing the King Nikoroi scenario, where the brave Princess Anlucia finally awakens to the truth that she is the legendary hero. Oh my god, Anlucia, you are so cool. So once we have the true Anlucia back, we confront the fake Anlucia. Well, it is kind of cool having two hot princesses to rule this castle, but there can only be one. And the fake Anlucia is with her servant Kilgil, who looks like the Dragon Quest version of Dr. Wily from Mega Man. So Kilgil was actually kidnapping the citizens of Granzadora in order to get power for the fake Anlucia. And in the scuffle, Dime loses his life. No, not Dime! And then after that, we have to go to the Vortex of Creation, located by the ruins of Ethine, in order to stop the evil fake Anlucia. So we go to the Vortex of Creation to fight the evil fake Anlucia.
What? How did you escape from my magic?
Ryan, don't fall back! You don't need to fight alone, because I'm here with you too!
Even if you two combine your powers, the result won't change!
And we beat her thanks to the true brave Princess Anlucia. Yeah, I think the fake Anlucia was much hotter as a human. So after we defeat the fake Anlucia, the evil bastard Kilgil makes his escape, just like Dr. Wily in the Mega Man games. And then after that we learned that the real big baddie is the evil demon lord Madesagora, and he created this as a fake Lendasia! Oh wow, so I'm getting like Dragon Quest VI vibes here now. So after the battle, Claus recovers the Brave Stone that will help us get to the true Lendasia. And thus ends version 2.0. So version 2.1 begins with Claus repairing the Brave Stone, and then we're warped to the true Lendasia, and we're greeted by the really hot Sage Lucienda, who is a really hot ogre mage. So I'm glad I went with ogre. And we meet King Arios and Princess Yuria, and then we have a celebration celebrating Anlucia's return. So in order to find both the evil demon lords Zeldrad and Madesagora, Sage Lucia actually gives us a brave stone that we need to power up by going to the towns of the true Lendasia. So now here in true Granzadora, we can actually do the other weekly subjugation quests and do the high school side quests. So you can actually do these parts in any order, but I decided to do them in the order from the previous 2.0. So in our first quest to power up the brave stone, we go to the true town of Mel Sandy. And we meet this girl named Irie, who we help with a few tasks. Then we see Zan Crone again, and we're fighting with the two rabbits from earlier who are abusing the poor jellyfish, you bastard rabbits! And then we encounter Witch Grazel, who is really hot. You can cast a spell on me any day, Witch Grazel. And she kidnaps Irie and brings her to a haunted house. Oh cool, so we have haunted house in Dragon Quest now? I bet the Halloween events are always held here. So just when Witch Grazel's about to drop Irie inside her cauldron, she gets rescued, and then after that we have to fight Witch Grazel's slime boss creation. And then after we beat the jewel slime boss, Zan Crone goes big again, and then we power up the Bravestone. And so our next quest to power up the Bravestone, we go to the true town of Celed, and this time the children are gone. So wait a minute, the children are in the fake Celed, and then the adults are in the true Celed. And we meet this little girl named Lucoria, who is actually Lizzie Loda's sister. And we also meet this priest named Sadak, and we have to travel between the fake Celed and the true Celed to let Lizzie Loda know what happened. Yes, Lizzie Loda, the adults are safe, but in the true town, not the fake town. So we go to the true Rinja Tower, and Sadak reveals that he is actually an agent of Madesagora, and he actually tried to replace the towns of false and true Celed, and he is literally the big elephant in the room. So after we defeat Sadak, we actually see a really sad cutscene of the adults of true Celed kind of being reunited with the children of fake Celed, but only through dimensions and not in real life. And we see this really sad scene of Lizzie Loda giving her sister Lucoria a doll, and hopefully one day they'll be together again. Oh my god, Dragon Quest X. And with all that done, the Bravestone is charged. And so in our next quest to restore the Bravestone, we go to the true kingdom of Alagahiro, and we go on this quest to find the seaweed monster, and he gets imprisoned in the monster arena. And after doing a quest to go to the Fountain of Kudus, we actually restore the seaweed monster back to its true form, King Munis of Alagahiro. So King Munis sends us on a quest to find his messenger Kavlin, who has a scar on his face, kind of like a certain panther we encountered earlier. And so we find Seraphi and Kome, and we travel to the desert to fight the sweet troll. Sugar, sugar, my candy troll. So after we defeat the sweet troll, we take Kome back to true Alagahiro, and he gets a letter from Seraphi, and he turns back into his true form of Kavlin. See, I kind of knew the scars looked familiar. In another touching moment, Kavlin is reunited with his family, and then we power up the Bravestone once more. So now back to true Granzadora, we get a quest from Sage Lucia with lots of food on our table. Oh, can I have some food? Really hot ogre mage. And our quest for Lucia is actually to help Sage Horo in his research. And after we help Lucia, Princess Yuria is requesting that we actually go visit Thomas's grave, but we find out that Thomas's grave was exhumed by some monsters! So wait, are we gonna have to fight Zombie Thomas later? So we continue gathering materials for Lucia, and then after that we have to fight the Hell Butler. Yes, Lord Satan. I shall serve you your delicious food now. So after we defeat the Hell Butler, 2.1 comes to an end. So 2.2 begins with us trying to use the Bravestone to locate the evil demon lords Zeldrad and Madesagora. And we're ordered to find out where the enemy has taken Thomas's body, and we go to the pyramid where they play the pyramid theme from Dragon Quest III. So the pyramid in true Lendasia is actually important to the story, while the pyramid in fake Lendasia helps you get some items. So inside the pyramid, we battle the Gravedigger Lion, but Thomas's body's location is of to no avail, and then after that we find out Zeldrad is hiding in some kind of ancient ruins. So we go to the ruins with brave Princess Anlucia, and then we encounter Zeldrad and a mysterious masked man, and after the battle, it's revealed is actually Thomas! You bastards, what did you do with his body? But sadly, Thomas has been taken over by Madesagora's magic and serves the side of evil. No, Thomas! You can't do it! Think of your sister! So we go back to the kingdom of Granzadora in order to form the Wisdom Crown to help Anlucia get back her brother. And so we team up with Lucia and Sage Horo and Sage Eidos in order to get the parts for the Wisdom Crown in Granzadora's underground room. And we see this very funny cutscene of Ogre Master Roshi trying to puff Sage Lucia. Puff puffoo. And in our search for more parts for the Wisdom Crown, we do go to the hot springs and we see these really hot chicks in the hot spring. Ooh, I wonder what they look like. They look like two Sage Marines! Alright, so now we go back to Solaria Gorge and try to confront Zeldrad in his lair, but we can't get through. And thus ends 2.2. So 2.3 begins with us going to the Dracon Mountains in order to find a dragon to fly. And after battling the dragons on the summit, one of the white dragons actually recognizes us. I wonder why. And he gives us a dragon egg and a flute, and we can actually use this flute to summon a dragon to fly across Lendasia, and you can name it, and I actually named it Ramia after Dragon Quest III. So once again we go to the ruins of Ethine to the Suria coast, and we talk to an old man named Isho who tells us to give something to his daughter Liloel. And then we also see this really shady dude who actually reveals himself to look like the first boss from the game, the evil demon Bedora. Bro. So after we beat him and help Isho out, we actually get the Alchemy Pot. And the Alchemy Pot works a bit differently here in Dragon Quest X. We actually see all the recipes that it can make, and you can actually use this Alchemy Pot to make more powerful healing and magic items. You can actually use this Alchemy Pot to make stronger boss cards for the magic labyrinths, and a lot more. So we go back to the Ethine ruins in this underground chamber, and then the turtle Galapagod reveals himself to be Falkion, who is actually Princess Anlucia's Pegasus, and then Claus actually reveals himself to be Shin-E! Whoa! Dude, Shin-E, when you got reincarnated, you really got the good end of the stick, man. Yeah, this really makes me wonder how my sibling's doing. After everyone is killed on Ethine Island, Shin-E was actually reborn as Claus, and so now it's time to go to Zeldrad's palace, which actually looks a lot like Tim Burton's Dragon Quest. Yeah, look at all the paintings, like look at the architecture, this is like going inside A Nightmare Before Christmas. And so after we defeat Zeldrad for good, it's actually revealed that Zeldrad was only Madasagora's flunky. So yeah, there's kind of a hierarchy of demons in Dragon Quest X. First, there was Demon Lord Nelgel, then his boss was actually Zeldrad, and Zeldrad's boss was actually Madesagora. Thus ends 2.3. So now, the final part of version 2.0. 2.4 begins with us going to the Abyss Gate in order to confront Thomas and Madesagora once and for all. So we go through a whole bunch of series of illusions like Ethine, the casino, and this really awesome scenario on the beach with all the Dragon Quest X ladies. How's it going, ladies? Looking good by the beach, I see. You know, this is the true Quester's Rest. So once we break through all the illusions, the ultimate battle, sibling versus sibling, brother versus sister, Anlucia versus Thomas.
I am the great demon lord Madesagora, challenger to the goddess of creation. Princess, I offer you a chance to help me rule this world. Your brother Thomas has already become my pawn, and now we will convince you to join us.
Even if Thomas has been pulled to the other side, I will not hesitate to stop him! Ryan, please lend me your strength.
What a pity. Now, we shall see brother and sister fight to the death atop this gate.
So after we defeat the brainwashed Thomas, he comes back to his senses, and then after that we fight the evil demon lord Madesagora in two forms, and his second form isn't exactly as ridiculous as Nelgel's second form. He actually looks pretty menacing here. So after we defeat Madesagora, Claus appears and goes inside the gate to seal it, and then, in another emotional Dragon Quest moment, Thomas is glad he gets to see his sister one last time before he finally fades away for good. Thank you, Thomas. So we escape the Abyss Gate and head back to Grand Zedora with brave Princess Anlucia. And as we head back, she gives us an emotional thank you message from the heart.
The great demon lord Madesagora has been defeated. The world is at peace and my fight is over. Ryan, if you didn't guide me, I wouldn't have fought to the very end. Meeting with you and your allies made me realize how strong we are linked together. And for that I am proud. Many things have been lost in this battle, but the best thing is the friendship I built with you, a treasure that can never be replaced. Thank you, Ryan. Now, to Grand Zedora!
And then we have a massive celebration, thus ending version 2 of Dragon Quest X. But however, Claus mentions that he left us in Estoltia and is about to fight a new battle. Alright, so Dragon Quest X Version 2, The Sleeping Hero and the Guided Allies, is actually my personal favorite part of the Dragon Quest X saga. Although I do admit it does drag on a bit long because of the fake and true Lendasias, and it does give a bit of a Dragon Quest VI vibe, and I did get personally more emotionally involved with it, especially because of Anlucia and all the characters like Serafi, Lucia and the Children of Seled. I mean, if version 1 already tugged at your heartstrings enough, version 2 rips your heartstrings apart and totally hits you in the feels, man. And I definitely think version 2 is an absolutely amazing follow-up to Rise of the Five Tribes. So if you get the current all-in-one package, you will get version 2 with it, but if you are playing the trial on the Nintendo Switch, the PC, or the PS4, you can only play up to 2.3, and you can get version 2 separate, but I just recommend getting the all-in-one package. Alright guys, so that ends this episode of Awesome Video Game Memories about Dragon Quest X Version 2, The Sleeping Hero and the Guided Allies, and stay tuned for next time as we go over Dragon Quest X Version 3, Lore of the Ancient Dragon. Take care.
Hey everybody, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, especially subscribe, and make sure to click on that notification bell so you know when we release new videos, because YouTube's probably not gonna tell you. And if you want to see me play games live, make sure to follow me at twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus, and if you have a Twitch Prime account, make sure to subscribe so you can get awesome perks like subscriber badges and much more. And if you want to support us, make sure to support us on patreon.com/Ryan Molina, because every dollar helps me bring you a better show. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter at @RyanMolina and at BattleGeekPlus. And also make sure to check out the official Battle Geek Plus website for a complete listing of our books, merchandise, t-shirts, and a lot more. Alright, thanks for watching this video, and if you enjoyed this video, make sure to check out these other videos right here. Thanks and take care.